And begin broadcast now. How's everybody doing on this Saturday evening? Rest in peace, Coolio. Gonna start that off right off the bat. And yeah, Coolio is very important to my my origins of rap fandom. But we're gonna talk about that here in a little bit. I'm gonna do the whole sharing of the link gimmick. If you enjoy the Humble Among broadcast system, please do me a favor and share out the link right now on social media. Whatever gimmick you use, your Facebooks, your Twitters. Right now I'm on Facebook, and I'm going to write live now on YouTube.
Link in comments.
Link in comments. You can do something similar or just share the fucking link. See, I do the whole, whoops, wrong fucking link, Eric.
Hilarious. Oops, I spelled it wrong. Wait, you spelled it the same both times.
It's supposed to be
1G.
1G. Let me show you the tattoo, by the way. I don't think Emily has ever seen the tattoo. That's it. That's the day he got it, by the way.
Ooh, why you look...
All due respect to Coolio, this is his slightly botched.
Why you look a little infected?
I don't know. It is fresh. I know that.
I know, but
that's the day he got it.
I've had some fresh tattoos and they don't look all lumpy and chunky like that.
Okay, now we're gonna go to Twitter.
Twatter.
Live now. And we're gonna go to Instagram.
He said that's what I get for trying to be cool. Nice.
Trying to be Juggalo
try.
Cool. Live now on YouTube. Link in bio. Hashtag Juggalo. Okay. Now, if you have done the same thing that I did. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, here we go. And you've shared the link properly. That would be really cool of you. Oh my goodness. They changed up the link thing.
Not the link thing.
I changed it up, they did. Okay, cool. Coolio. But yeah, there's Juggalo Cool's tattoo. But we're going to pay a little respect to Coolio. I'm going to talk a little bit about Coolio and his influence on me. So Coolio... Oh yeah, let me get... So Coolio was the first rap tape I ever got. Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise tape was the first rap tape I ever got. We were in
Be Real. He just said that was the first rap tape he ever had.
Be Real said that in the chat here. Coolio's my first rap tape given by my mom. I got it from my dad. Be Real. So it was a weird time in my life. My mom had just passed away. My dad had gotten fired from a family gig. They installed air conditioners. And so, like, part of the job was there was, like, a lot of heavy lifting going on. And he, like, threw his fucking... He basically pulled his hernia. And it's, like, the third time he had done that in his life, overexerting himself. And he pulled his damn hernia. I was born in 85. And they didn't believe him. The family didn't believe him, and they fired him. Because they thought he was just trying to pull some shit, be lazy, and sit up pretending to be hurt, which, you know, this is something you can go and, you know, get looked at the very least. And it was our own family that did it to us. That was the really shitty thing. It was a company owned by my aunt's, my dad's sister married a guy who was in the family that owned, so it wasn't like our blood,
right?
So like it caused all this weird tension in our family, and like and a lawsuit ended up happening.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really bad. But this rap tape was found because at the time my dad, because he got fired, he had to take a job cleaning hotel rooms, and because it was literally all he could find. And so one of the cool things about cleaning hotel rooms though is you get all this like extra free shit basically that people leave behind. And so I would get all these like tapes that occasionally I would get some cool tapes that people would leave behind, and one of them was like a Megadeth tape I think I remember getting, which I didn't really care for that much at the time. Metal wasn't really my thing even going back then. I did have a Metallica CD I think at this point, but I wasn't really a big metalhead. Guitar-driven music never really spoke to me that much. I always liked weirder things. I like synths, even like I don't know. I don't know. I've never been a fan of like guitar driven music, which is funny considering the album I'm about to put out. Because I am a fan of guitar driven music now, definitely. But back then I was not. Definitely as a kid. So, you know, I grew up in South Carolina and Coolio was pretty fucking big at this point. And my dad came home with a Coolio tape because I did fucking like Coolio's song at the time, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I definitely knew of Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise song, but I really liked 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought that was a fun song. And Gangsta's Paradise, obviously, I see people talking about Weird Al. Weird Al's Amish Paradise was obviously a big part of my fandom because I was a huge Weird Al mark. So definitely like Weird Al's Amish Paradise weirdly played into my Coolio fandom. And Coolio legendarily was mad at Weird Al.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was really mad at Weird Al for doing his parody. He claimed that he never signed on to do the parody, which is hilarious because he did. You legally, like, you have to do that. Yeah. At least someone in his management team did. Juggalo said my dad's girlfriend gave it to me because I just stayed staring at it in awe. It's interesting how like a couple of parents here are the ones that gave us Coolio tapes. Vanilla Ice was my first tape, To the Extreme. But yeah, talking about Coolio, that was Juggalo again. Oh, that's Juggalo talking about Vanilla Ice was his first tape. I see. So not Coolio. But anyway, my point being that Coolio was definitely the gateway for me to get into rap music. At the time, the other rap artist I really was fucking with was Snoop Dogg, because What's My Name, I think, had just come out, and What's My Name was fucking huge in my school. What's My Name, and then Whoop There It Is was huge, but I didn't like Whoop There It Is. I thought it was stupid. I thought it was a really dumb, fucking monotonous ass song, which I like it now because I have all these memories of being a kid down south with Whoop There It Is. Every time I hear it, I love that song now. But yeah, Coolio, you know, and he was just so big, man. I can't explain to y'all who weren't alive in the 90s how big Coolio was. That Gangsta's Paradise song is so important because I feel like Gangsta's Paradise gave white America a palatable way to digest gangster rap music, if that makes any fucking sense to anybody out there. That's my opinion on that shit, because that was a very big song that broke way the fuck past regular gangster rap markets and was played on radio.
It was a fucking hit.
Song, it was a fucking hit.
And she's like a fucking Bon Jovi Journey fucking Poison freak, but she loves Gangsta's Paradise. That is like her favorite song in the world.
Coolio was on a fucking roll though too, man. He was and I brought this up the other day when we were talking about Coolio, him doing the Kenan and Kel theme. That was like probably the height of his shit. God damn. Rest in peace to Coolio. Rest in peace to Coolio. I don't know what else to say. Rest in peace to Juggalo Cool. And I mean, it's funny that he botched the tattoo, but how fucking dope is it at the end of the day that someone on Coolio's level, a fucking hip hop legend, let's be honest, had a fucking Hatchet Man on him. You know what I mean? And repped this shit, felt this shit enough to put that on his fucking arm. You can make fun of him for it all you want, But I still, at the end of the day, I think it's fucking cool that Juggalo Cool put this shit on his arm, regardless of how kind of shitty the tattoo is. And he, obviously botched the spelling. But yeah, Dangerous Minds. I see Dangerous Minds getting brought up. Dangerous Minds is the movie that song was made for, and it was so big that it ended up being his second album. That was like his whole second album was Gangsta's Paradise. I don't know if he even realized that song was going to be as big as it ended up being. But rest in peace to Coolio. My favorite Coolio song, once again, is goddamn 1, 2, 3, 4. Not Gangsta's Paradise. I love Gangsta's Paradise, by the way. He was family, EC Juggalo said. Yeah. This is facts. I also want to say rest in peace to Antonio Inoki.
Yeah.
Who we just found out last night while watching the GCW stream passed away. Antonio Inoki is a goddamn legend. I don't know why I just switched to that to talk about Antonio. But we have been watching. We watched a little bit of Dahmer. Did we talk about that last week? We haven't talked about Dahmer.
No.
It's incredibly accurate. What? I think I fell asleep on the third episode, so we got to go back and watch that third episode. It's incredibly accurate, but
it's boring.
It is kind of boring. I think it's too stretched out. 10 episodes, about 45 minutes each, and I am impressed as fuck that it's accurate. And I like this meme because this meme is based off of probably my favorite thing that they actually did put in the show is the fact his obsession with Exorcist 3. This is a reference to in the show. He wants people to watch, and this is true. He wanted like almost everybody he met to sit down and watch Exorcist 3 for whatever reason. And this is a moment, I think, in the first episode where he does do that. And I was geeking. As a crime nerd, I was fucking geeking that they actually put that shit in the show. But I have to say, I think they stretched this shit out a little too much. I think you could have done maybe a really dense 5-parter. I don't know. It feels really fucking drawn out and frankly kind of boring. Yeah. But I think it is clearly a labor of love to this case. A labor of love. It seems like an improper term with something so fucking wicked. And I do want to bring up, I haven't seen the whole thing, but one of my favorite obscure facts about Dahmer is there's some speculation and talk that he may or may not have served some sort of mystery meat sandwiches to some of his neighbors. I haven't seen the whole show. I don't know if they do a reference to that shit. But yeah. I'm wondering if they go that deep into Dahmer lore that they reference the mystery meat sandwiches. Keep watching. It feels drug out at first, but it tells the story well. Facts. DC Fago guy in the chat. Definitely pumping the Dahmer. It says Dahmer is good. And EC Juggalo is hype that we are smoking. By the way, we are over 10 minutes. I'm going to test this whole theory that Onstead was talking about of we can put ourselves on the screen after 10 minutes smoking.
Oh, is that why we just did
Well, I've been playing around the last few streams with not showing it, and seeing what happens. Just trying to see what happens.
No, we're not going to be at Hallowicked, unfortunately.
I will not be at Hallowicked, Vivi, Leon. We wish we could be there, but unfortunately, it's just not going to be in the cards. I have taken too many vacation days, and Hallowicked is technically on a Monday, and I would have to at least take 2 vacation days, I figure, to make this work, to get to Detroit and back in time. So unfortunately, I will not be there for any of the festivities on Hallowicked. I wish I could be. I was pretty committed to try to be at every goddamn Hallowicked going forward. I don't know what we're doing on Halloween at this point. Straight up, I have no idea what the hell we're doing. Let's see. Whoop whoop, Trevor Tanner. Let me get into the notes. I'm gonna go down some happy birthdays I saw on Facebook and various other places to some friends and homies and shit. And looks like an album here. Happy birthday to Misty Rain. Happy birthday to Flutter T. Happy birthday to Flutter by Mike. And, you know, shouts out to Camp Glitterdick. Happy birthday to Jarman. And happy birthday to my homie Fardine, who I'm sure is not watching this shit. And happy birthday to Absolute Power, Tech Nine's album, 20 years old. That shit, I just want to talk about Absolute Power just a little bit. That shit makes me feel so fucking old that album is 20 years old. I was in high school when that shit came out. That is such an important fucking album to Tech Nine's history. I'm sure it's been spoken about a bunch of times, but the way Tech Nine released that album free on the internet is so dope and was fucking game changing at the time, because this album was a big push for him. It's him starting Strange Music. It's been 20 years of this shit. That's so crazy, man. But one of the best Tech Nine albums. Happy birthday to Absolute Power. But God, I have such memories of being in high school and that shit dropping. And I think I shared in a comment. I think I shared a clip to Slacker, which was from Absolute Power, and then I saw that motherfucking it turned 20 years old. Also, happy birthday to Nick Gage, who's getting himself. That's a good question. Let's see what Nick just turned. I didn't put that in the notes.
Oh, Outlaw just lost the game, so now I just lost the game. That means that you just fucking lost the game, and we all just lost the fucking game.
What are we talking about?
The game.
What game?
The game. When you think of the game, you lose the game.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now. What are you talking about right now?
Y'all
42 years old.
Y'all hear this shit? Y'all hear this shit? You don't know what
the game. I don't know what game.
See? I just lost the game. So fuck. I just thought about it. So now I just lost the fucking game. The game is to not think about the game. And when you think about the game, you lose the game.
Triple H, the game, or like the documentary, the game?
The game. We're playing a game. Everyone in the world is playing a game. He just lost it. I read that, which made me think about it. So now I just lost the fucking game.
Would you be down to do a show in Streator, Illinois that can probably get you booked? I would be down to do a show in Streator, Illinois. Definitely hit me up and let's figure out a date. I'm definitely trying to get out to do spot shows. So yeah, let me know, man. When you think about
no, Tabby's just trying to confuse you.
See, now it's getting way more complicated. Whoop whoop! Can't wait for your new music this month. Speaking of which, let's talk about that. Let me burn through the memes so I can talk about new music. Shouts out to Salamander. This is fucking great on Twitter.
Mayonnaise and
which this got brought up. This got brought up in our conversation. This meme, and I was like, there's a Juggalo version of this I saw this week that I'm gonna.
It wasn't even from the meme. I was just quoting SpongeBob.
The memeability of it all, though, is high.
Quite.
So this is the cover to my new album, Halloween Tape 5, The Revenge of Kandy Offman, and this shit is coming out on October 14th. I think I can officially announce, this is the official announcement, October 14th, I will be dropping the album on all streaming gimmicks on Bandcamp. And I will be ordering CDs probably this weekend. So get at me if you would like a CD. Pre-orders are definitely appreciated. So if you want to get at me and secure your copy now, that would be much appreciated. $17 shipped to your house. Let me know. And let me show you guys the track list.
I love the
So shouts out to Adam, who did the Adam Sprague at Sprago. Did the artwork, the front and back. Here's the track list.
I think I like the back cover is like my favorite thing ever.
So thank you by the way, and thank you to Adam for making my crazy little visions come to life. I really like how he put the shit in like a beam of light, almost like a door is opening. That was a really cool little detail he put on the chalk there. So I'm gonna really quickly break down the tracks. If you guys didn't see the stream, the botched members only stream that we attempted to do, and I kind of cut early, and now is is still a members only video that you can watch, but I did not play the whole album because I didn't realize I was streaming to motherfucking everybody, and the chat was members only.
Yeah.
So if you tuned into that stream live, you did get to see some early, I mean, straight up, like, I guess it's not the best quality because I was just playing the shit over my PA, but you can hear versions of these songs. But I just want to kind of break down and talk about each song real quick. Track 1 is The Wicked Shit Is Dead. This is going to be the first single. Video also coming out October 14th, directed by Dot Strife. Shot and directed by Dot Strife. I'm really excited about y'all seeing that. That's produced by Devereaux too, by the way.
I still haven't even seen it.
I mean, I haven't seen any. You weren't there. You were asleep.
I was asleep.
You were asleep when we had to go shoot this.
I have no fucking idea.
By the way, we shot this at like 4 a.m. at the gathering of the Juggalos or some shit. It was a little bit of weird miscommunication, but we got that shit done. And shouts out to Dot Strife for being such a dope dude. I love that dude. Shouts out to Strife, man. I love you.
Yeah, I was dunzo.
Yeah, you were. And by the way, she was just sleep. So she has no idea what we shot or anything. I've kind of described it to you, but you'll have no idea until you actually see it. Track 2 is Happy Halloween intro. This is sort of I talked about this a little bit. This is produced by Hex Rated. This is sort of in the vein of Esham tracks being track 2, but still being an intro. I believe he did it on Judgment Day and a few, I think, is it on Tongues? I think he might have done the same thing on Tongues. I reference Esham and The Wicked Shit Is Dead. The Wicked Shit Is Dead, by the way, is sort of a troll title. I will say that. It probably isn't what you think it is from just the title alone. Track 3 is Off Brand, also produced by Hex Rated. Off Brand is about horrorcore. This album gets into some meta horrorcore shit, is what I can say about it. I'm not going to say much more about it. If you caught the stream, I went a little bit more into detail about some of this stuff that I'm going to go on this one. Track 4 is Masks and Makeup. This is produced by Bad Mind, who did mix and master every track except for track 1. Track 1 is mixed and mastered by Maisie 666 of Scythe Gang 666. Both of them did an excellent job on mixing and mastering this shit. But Bad Mind also produced several tracks on this, starting with track 4, Masks and Makeup. This is also meta horrorcore, I guess you could say. Every song, I should say, also on this shit is on some guitar-driven, new metal, industrial type shit. This new album is going to be maybe a new direction. I don't know if I'm going to do all songs in that fucking style, but this is the kind of music that I've been wanting to experiment with for a long time. I've been talking about doing this for a couple of years now. If you've been following me on social medias for a while, you've seen me been talking about wanting to do a new metal album, quote unquote, for a fucking minute. And this is my serious attempt at doing that shit, I guess. Track 6, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This is the newest track on the album, inspired actually by the Kandy Offman Skittle rapper right there that Adam did. Once I got the artwork, it says Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I thought that was so fucking dope. I'm like, I gotta do a track that references that. That is that song speaks for itself. That I think I jumped over Revenge. Revenge is kind of the title track, by the way. Also produced by Bad Mind. Let's see. Track 7 produced by Bad Mind. Food Chain. I didn't talk about this on the stream because basically by the point we were playing track 6, we realized that I was broadcasting to fucking everybody.
Yeah.
And
because I was getting messages like, "Hey, I can't comment on the stream, but I'm watching." And I was
so at this point, I only played like the first verse or just clips of songs, and I was not describing them anymore. But I will go ahead and describe them now on this stream. Food Chain is about human arrogance, thinking that we are at the top of the food chain. Because if you guys you get taught the food chain in school, they always tell you the humans, we're at the top of the food chain. And it's kind of my weird paranormal, getting me in my paranormal shit, my cryptid shit a little bit. Some Missing 411 stuff is referenced in here. It's me sort of stretching my legs into that paranormal rap shit a little bit. But Food Chain is also inspired by that new Predator movie Prey a little bit as well, straight up. 8 Track 8, Slaughter, also done by Bad Mind. The beat done by Bad Mind. This is the oldest song for the record other than The Wicked Shit Is Dead. I think The Wicked Shit Is Dead I basically started first, but Slaughter I think I finished first as far as like the first song I finished for the record. Emily basically watched me create this whole song.
Yeah.
Probably in over a week long period or so. Yeah, Slaughter is leads into Ego Death, which is produced by Then What, my homie Michael. Ego Death and Slaughter are almost brother and sister tracks in a way. A lot of I'm really happy how the fucking blending of all the songs go this year, because they really just go into it's like one piece of art. I really strive to do this shit and make it like one piece of art. I'm really fucking happy how that came out this year. Ego Death is about how I feel the whole fucking planet can maybe use an ego death. The Mentally Ill Are Our Future is also produced by Devereaux. Tracks 1 and 10 are produced by Devereaux on this shit this year. This is sort of some weird sci-fi horrorcore, I guess, is the easiest way I could explain it.
Yeah, facts.
It's sort of like what happens after you give the whole planet an ego death, type of shit. Anyway, and it's a proper ending to the story that I have presented to y'all this year. So that's enough promoting of my shit. Oh, no, it isn't. It's not enough promoting of my shit, because we're going to be talking about the shows we're going to be doing this month. If my passport comes in time. We're definitely trying to make that shit happen, though. Still this month, we're going to Canada for 2 shows, October 13th and 15th. We're going to be hitting, first, though, the 13th, the Piston Bar in Toronto. And then a couple of days later, after Halloween Tape comes out, by the way, on the 14th, we're going to be in Ottawa. So come check us out on these shows. Hopefully, if I get my fucking passport in time. My passport shit is all submitted, and it should come here in time because of the expedited shit. I'm trying to think positive about this shit, but I am a little bit anxious and paranoid about this shit coming in time. But my passport will definitely be here in time to do this set of shows, which we just added a show. Excuse me. We just added a show this week to the November Scum mini tour, I guess we could call it at this point, because it's 4 shows. First of all, we got November 23rd. We are going to Montreal, Bar La Ritz in Quebec, Montreal, Quebec. This is that Wednesday. Then the next day, Thanksgiving, but not in Canada. It's not Thanksgiving. In America, it's Thanksgiving. In Canada,
there's no Thanksgiving.
There's a Canadian Thanksgiving. I think this month though.
But there's no turkey and stuffing when we're there.
Then we're going back to Cafe de Cuff in Ottawa, Ontario for the Thursday show, the 24th. And this is the one that they just added on the 25th. That Friday, we're going to Kingston, Ontario, the Muskiki Cafe. Am I saying that right? Muskiki Cafe. That's in Kingston, Ontario. This one was just added like this week. And then wrapping it up, I guess that's the fucking, so that's the Friday. This is the Sunday, the Garrison in Toronto. Wrapping it up the 27th of November. Yeah, little 4-run set of shows that we are doing in November and October, going to Canada. Shouts out to motherfucking Rich in North, oh my God, I never remember the damn shit. Northside Promotions, I think. Thank you. Northsidepromotions.canada is their Instagram, by the way. Go give them a fucking follow and shit. Hopefully we're going to be doing a lot more shows next year too with them. Definitely hit me up if you're trying to have me on your shows, opening or some shit. I'm definitely trying to book more shows and get myself out there more. All right, I want to talk about wrestling signs, because we had, what was it? There was a wrestling sign. Let's see here. Juggalo front row hard cam with a Hatchet Man sign on Dynamite. That was the first one. And then Jake G, this is Jake G here on motherfucking SmackDown with a Chapter 17 sign. And then also I think this week, was there another one? Oh no, there wasn't a third one. I thought there was maybe a third one I had seen. I think there was another. I think there was a third one, but I don't have it collected here. But yeah, Mad Juggalos showing out to wrestling shows. I think that's dope as fuck. Shouts out to Strife posting Jake G.
Was that at one of Strife's shows?
No, I think Strife might have been with him for this. I'm not
Mm.
sure if Strife was actually with him for this, but this is SmackDown. This is a WWE live show.
Okay.
Yeah, wrestling shows with Juggalos. Okay, we're not gonna do this right yet. We're not gonna get to that right yet. I got a bunch of other shit I wanted to talk about. Oh, the Iceberg video. Let me talk about the Iceberg video now that I got the show shit out of the way. If y'all haven't seen, I did a Juggalo Iceberg video that is blowing up pretty good. I think we're over 5,000. Yeah, we're definitely over 5,000.
Last time I looked.
Thank you for watching that video because it definitely has surpassed my viewership. That shit is dope. Thank you very much for watching that shit. Make sure you hit that subscribe gimmick if you've stumbled upon the Humble Among content.
Someone just said, "Hey, that's how I found you."
Hey, that's what's up. Make sure you hit the subscribe gimmick. Thank you for tuning into our live too, by the way. That's really fresh.
Hi, Whoopi. We love you.
I want to do more Iceberg videos, specifically Juggalo Iceberg videos. I think I'm just going to attempt to make my own goddamn Juggalo Iceberg because I feel like I could tear that shit out pretty dope and use it as an excuse to talk about shit that I want to talk about in the Juggalo world real quick. Like, I think that would be really fun. But once again, if you want to make your own and submit that shit to have me react to it, I would love to do that even more. Let's see.
Yep, Lil Ninja just looked. He said 5.5.
So, what's that? Oh, yeah, 5.5. Thank you, Lil Ninja. Never been a Juggalo, but I saw them at the Cannabis Cup in Michigan a few years back, and I have always respected them and the lore. That's what's up. I'm going to try to do more lore videos, too, about the Insane Clown Posse, so stay tuned for that shit. I think I'm going to do a Humble Among lore video that kind of relates into my fandom of the Insane Clown Posse, and then we're going to do probably my first straight up Insane Clown Posse lore video, which I don't want to say what the gimmick is. It's such a simple gimmick. I'm sure other Juggalos on YouTube have done it, but they definitely haven't done it with the twist that I'm going to be throwing on that shit. It's something I've talked about on here before, but I don't want to reveal that shit. But going forward after that, I'm going to be doing specific little lore videos about specific events or topics, and just doing more short form lore videos to see how that performs. But I like doing that long form shit so much. That's why we do these streams and whatnot. But yeah, I love lore, and I have so much weird old school knowledge about shit that I feel like isn't talked about anymore. And I think it would also be a great way to get collaborations with some other Juggalo YouTubers who I know have extensive knowledge on this kind of shit, like a DC Fago guy, like goddamn Beastmaster, old school Juggalos with that knowledge. I know Beastmaster has to have some fucking great little bits and pieces. And also that would be great to maybe do on an Iceberg, have some guest spots on Iceberg videos. Just spitballing ideas out there. Yeah, I'm probably also gonna be trying to tackle Iceberg videos, maybe on some like paranormal shit, I should say, because I do really like that shit and have an intense interest in talking about that kind of subject matter. I think we're gonna be talking about a little bit of paranormal stuff here tonight, actually, further down into the notes. I almost tried to look on my phone for the notes. I know. Dispensaries in Vermont are opening today. They have opened today.
This morning.
The first dispensary in Vermont opened 10:30 this morning in Rutland, Vermont. And the homie, Caleb Tesk, bought the first ever bag of...
Did he accomplish that?
He did. I saw on his Instagram, he did accomplish his mission of buying the first ever bag. Shouts out to Fine Print Journalism, I believe, on YouTube. Go give him a subscribe. He's been doing cannabis journalism in Vermont. He bought and smoked, I think, the first legal joint. I think he immediately rolled a joint and smoked it and put it on his Instagram. I think you can see him on his Instagram smoke the first legal recreational joint in Vermont. history. So that's really dope. Vermont finally getting in that arena. Hopefully it's a stepping stone to further psychedelic therapeutic research, which I'm a big advocate of. I know that's been a thing recently popping up a lot more in the news. I think we reported about that last episode a bit. Yeah, we did the research specifically about mushrooms being used to treat alcoholism, which relates directly to my experience with microdosing. Speaking of which, though, booze isn't cool anymore. There's a fucking Vice news story from September that I saw that caught my interest. That basically just goes into various statistics that they've been running with younger folks about drinking and how there is a decline in actual drinking amongst the younger generation, which I think is great.
I mean, you even said when we were watching the Lost Lands live stream that
you don't see hardly any drinking. You do see it, but not like the gathering.
There was not
to throw shade at the gathering. Speaking of which, something we want to talk about a little bit is Lost Lands. That's a great way to slide into that. We watched a little bit of Lost Lands, Couchlands on Twitch. Shouts out to Lost Lands, basically having a fucking fantastic quality stream for free on their Twitch of the entire festivities. That great way to experience Lost Lands if you can't fucking be there. Honestly, you can't see everything because they sort of have to make decisions and show you only half of sets on some people. Where we kind of got the
I got the bone on Dirt Monkey. But I was even telling you when we were watching, like, I felt the vibes of Lost Lands. Like, I literally could feel almost like I was there.
Fantastic stream.
It was really, really, really good.
And as someone who's a relative noob to dubstep and shit, I fucking enjoyed the shit out of it. We tuned in right before Subtronics got on. That was the shit. Subtronics does a lot of references to old school DJ culture that I really appreciated. And just... everybody that came before him. Shouts out to him. He was really fucking dope. All the shit that I saw was awesome,
I particularly tuned into, like, my favorite DJs that we got to watch. Subtronics, Boogie T, who, like I said, was going to bring out his guitar for the last song as Boogie Trio.
Did indeed.
And then Rez, who I had been begging to come to Lost Lands since year one. And this was her first year doing it, and I think she's actually doing hijinks right now too, which is really, really fucking cool. So that means she's back in the W-Wub scene.
M Boss Miss T Banditos. This year I'm gonna write my first music piece of my own, I assume, but can't get the way of letting my juggalette side shine true yet. Being in a different country, it's gonna be wild if it starts rolling. I would say if you're legit, keep going. If you have that passion, just keep going and keep writing. And don't necessarily feel like you have to make it like super juggalette or whatever. You can totally just express yourself as a person. It doesn't have to necessarily be like pandering to that juggalette side of things. Just write what you feel at the end of the day. You know what I mean? If you have that passion to do this shit, you will keep doing this shit. You will find that shit within yourself. Look at me getting all fucking like Mr. Advice giving head ass.
Motivational speaker
Juggalo motivational speaker head ass.
The world's first Juggalo.
I mean, that's Violent J. Violent J definitely the first Juggalo motivational speaker.
I guess technically, yeah.
I'm doing it again.
Old habits die hard, motherfucker.
Okay, Bar Rescue. Let's talk about Bar Rescue.
Again, let's do it.
This is an ongoing segment, but I have something special for you. We didn't take a picture of it. I feel like we should have probably went back and found it. But I did.
Oh my god.
I did put it in my notes. Season 6, episode 11 of Bar Rescue has a Juggalo reference. Pretty early on in the episode. I didn't put a timestamp.
Like on the intro.
It's early though. It's right in the beginning of the episode. That bar in particular had like a bunch of graffiti on the walls. That was like its gimmick, I guess. Is they just let anybody write graffiti on the walls.
Not good graffiti.
And some of that not good graffiti was Juggalo Lives Matter. Right? Was that it?
Yeah, in like a top corner. It said in Sharpie, Juggalo Lives Matter. With a really shitty square around it.
But they definitely like were saying something about the graffiti and how specifically
spotting people.
bad it was, and then they're like zoom in on the Juggalo thing. It was fucking so hilarious, so fucking funny.
Juggalo lives matter.
But that definitely I had to bring up because we've been watching so much fucking Bar Rescue. I have to bring you any Juggalo related Bar Rescue reference. By the way, Devereaux did a tweet about John Taffer, I think a couple of weeks ago too. That was another Juggalo bar reference.
I fucking love John Taffer. That's my Uncle TT.
Oh, I almost skipped over this juicy news story I wanna talk about. NBA YoungBoy had his 10th child this week. This man is 22 years old.
Shut the fuck up.
That's all I want to say. 10 children. Very famous rich rapper, but this motherfucker got 10 kids.
And he's
10 kids. That shit's wild.
Just the other day, I seen some motherfuckers at Target with 2 and 1 on the way, and I was like, fuck that shit. 10?
Yeah, that was what, yesterday? That was just yesterday. Damn.
I was like, she was walking with 2 toddlers, pregnant and shit. I was like, oh, fuck that shit.
It is October 1st, by the way. You know what that means?
What?
Spooky movie season.
Yeah, we started early.
Yeah, we went ahead. We watched Terrifier last night for the first time.
Weird
I've never seen it before.
Movie.
Terrifier 2, I think, is coming out next week. Big hype on Terrifier 2. Big hype on Art the Clown. I had seen the oh my god, I keep forgetting the original All Hallows Eve, I believe it's called.
That's what you said. Yeah.
I think the original collection of stories that includes the first vignettes of shit with Art the Clown. And Terrifier's dope. Great, gory fun. What I found great about Terrifier is there's not a lot of fucking stuffing. It's like straight up just horror mayhem, almost for the whole fucking movie, which I really appreciate it as a gore hound and someone who just likes just solid horror.
Yeah.
It's great. It's just straight up nothing but scary shit. Like just fucking. Yeah. I really appreciate that. At
first, I was kind of like.
It's a little cheesy. Yeah. But in a good way. I think it knows what it's doing with its cheesiness.
Yeah. Because at first I was kind of a little like. But then when it started to get fucked up, I was like, oh.
The gore is on point.
Shit. Yeah.
All the gore is so on point.
Yeah. There's one particular part that.
Little Ninja brings up Halloween Ends. That's another movie that's premiering in spooky season. We're certainly going to be checking out Halloween Ends. Hellraiser coming, I think a week from today, a week from tomorrow.
We watched the Munsters.
That's the next thing I'm definitely jumping into. Where we did see the Munsters.
I liked it.
I liked it, but it's definitely got fucked up acting.
It's a kid's movie.
And it's really garish with the lighting. Like, really, he needs to chill with that fucking neon over brightness. Like, that he went way too hard.
That stimulates.
Smile. What is Smile? I've seen some ads for Smile. There's, my homie, someone, who showed me this? Was it Odious? Somebody showed me some interesting, shouts out to whoever showed me this. I'm forgetting who actually showed me this. Some interesting, marketing they're doing with Smile, where they're like sending people to like sports games and shit, and having them like creepily in the crowd like smiling to the hard cam. Speaking of like hard cam footage, I know that's related to that Smile movie. I don't know much about it though, other than the marketing campaign that they're doing.
We gotta watch that Braid movie this month.
Braid's one specifically I've been meaning to check out for a while too. I have a stack of horror movies, Blu-rays we're gonna bring to go watch later, but there's tons of shit on streaming. I need to watch that new Candyman.
And you need to watch The Platform.
The Platform, you are a little iffy on if it's horror or not. I want to see it, but...
I think it is in the horror section of life.
Of life.
Let me look it up.
Whoop, whoop, Twisted Nation. I'm so curious about Smile, though, just on the... What I want to see is Pearl, but we have to see that in the theaters or just wait for the Blu-ray
Thriller
at this
horror.
point. Okay. You convinced me. It says thriller horror. That's close enough. Oh, Action Bronson was on AEW too. I almost skipped over that shit. Action Bronson made his wrestling debut on AEW.
Okay.
I did see a clip of him wrestling. A little rusty, but he was definitely doing that shit. Shouts out to Action. Getting in there and body slamming some motherfuckers and shit. That was dope to see. Colt Cabana has put up the entire Gathering of the Juggalos JCW Bloody Mania on his YouTube. And a pretty decent fucking angle of it too, like in a hard cam.
Cause we was down there and we couldn't see shit.
And not some bullshit from the crowd. It's like a higher angle. I didn't scroll too far in to see if they even switch angles, but at the very least, if you want to see the whole show, it looked like it was the whole show to me. 45 minutes long. If you want to see what happened at Bloody Mania Gathering of the Juggalos, I think that would be maybe the best option to see the whole wrestling show. And it's on Colt Cabana's YouTube right now. It was uploaded like a week or two ago, I think, actually. Trash TV Gathering of the Juggalos video. Go to Trash TV on YouTube. I forget how this came. I think Rozelle might have shared this in my Discord, is how I saw this, or it was recommended to me via Juggalo shit on YouTube. But I did see Rozelle was commenting on the same video that I was watching, and it was really good. They had a really dope sort of like video montage of their experience at this year's gathering of the Juggalos. Just a real quick like 10-15 minute video, and it looks like they have sketch comedy too, where it's like two clowny girls doing some sketch comedy shit. I didn't watch their sketches, but I wanted to give them some love because it looked like they had shot a pretty good little mini documentary of their own of gathering footage. Lana Rhodes, former porn star, is saying she is now asexual and wants porn to be illegal. Shouts out to No Jumper posting about this this week.
Okay, yeah. So I follow her on Instagram, and I saw her post something like that, and I was like, I thought it was like
very weird.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about it. I'm just kind of reporting on this because I think it's fascinating. So many porn stars end up having this really big anti-porn stance.
Yeah, well, she's
not
married.
all of them, mind you. A lot of them are still have a very positive relationship with it.
I wonder if her husband's gonna keep doing porn.
Who's her husband?
Oh my god, I forgot.
Another porn star?
Yeah. He's like, I think he's mixed.
Hmm.
They got kids together and shit. Hold on. It's just,
I think she's pregnant too, which is really...
I was just gonna ask if she was pregnant.
I don't have that in my notes, but I do think that was part of this story that I had read. Let me look. I think that is part of the story. Let me see if I can find that real quick.
Oh wait, no, it's not the mixed guy. It's this guy.
He does look kind of familiar. I guess I probably have seen him in some porns.
Yeah, probably.
Probably, almost certainly. Yeah, but just weird. It's strange when that kind of happens. Anyway, GTA 6 hacker has been caught. Let me see. I have a Kotaku article about this.
Is that an image from the game?
I don't think so. No, it's an image from a 17-year-old from Oxfordshire is the motherfucker behind it. So this little motherfucking British kid was arrested Thursday the 22nd. Is behind all of this fucking leak. Really fucking interesting development on that. I don't know what I mean, from what I understand, Onstead was in my chat talk. I haven't seen any of the footage. I'm not really going out of my way to find spoilers of this shit anyway. They leaked a bunch of shit, like straight up like cut scenes type of like footage on YouTube. You can find a whole bunch of shit according to Onstead in my chat.
Did they
this last stream we did?
Did this fucking kid do that?
It's some ninja. I guarantee you, by the way, Rockstar hires this kid.
Yo.
That's the thing that they do with these hackers. Because if he's so good that he can break it, he can help them secure it. So this kid probably won't get charged that much and might get a fucking big ass payday because he figured out a way to exploit some shit that I'm sure they thought was very secure. Anyway, purely speculation. That's just my take on it. Last of Us, I did see, is going to be another video game related thing, having its own HBO series in 2023. I did see the little teaser thing real quick. Shouts out to Jake Kruger for sharing that on Twitter, by the way. That's where I saw that. We talked about Dahmer on Netflix. I want to talk a little bit about people saying it's too violent, by the way. I don't know if it gets more violent later on. So far, it's not that violent to me.
I don't think so.
I'm sure it gets more violent later on when he starts drilling skulls and shit. I have also seen a little backlash of the glorification of this dude. A lot of people saying that you shouldn't glorify him. And that's something that I do think is important to highlight. with serial killer culture in general it's really important not to highlight these motherfucking scumbags. Because they are scumbags at the end of the day. And that's something that I want to cut a promo about the wicked shit probably on next coming weeks before my album comes out. That'll go into this because I think a lot of people in horrorcore misunderstand some of that shit too. A lot of people get this shit though and do it proper, but a lot of people don't get this shit, I feel like. Shouts out to everybody that gets this shit. Obviously the clowns, obviously people like Darby, who I fuck with, get this shit. But there are people out there that don't get this shit, that just be doing and saying fucked up shit. And I think it just solely reflects on themselves. We're gonna cut a little promo about that. But I think that when people also glorify some of the serial killer culture, it also is sort of like marking themselves for their almost fucked up morals. Anyway, that's maybe me getting too much on my moral high horse and reading into some shit, but I do feel like that sometimes, so I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Shudder is apparently having some sort of special screening today. I had the picture on my other phone. I never pulled it. I couldn't find any fucking information about this, but we might, after we leave here, just turn on Shudder to see what the hell it is. It was supposed to be a mystery screening of some kind. Today is October 1st, which means every streaming service is going to have a fucking cavalcade of horror content. So if you're trying to watch spooky content, just go to any streaming service. There's going to be a bunch of shit dumped as of today. And as of this month going on, there's premieres, I'm sure. We already talked about Halloween Ends and Hellraiser anyway. We got to speed this up. Talked about Lost Lands a little bit. We wanted to talk a little bit about litter at Legend Valley and Lost Lands versus The Gathering, but we're not going to talk too much about it because we want to show some photos. And I think we can do better anyway if we have some shit from The Gathering too. So we're going to do that later. Let's see, Jerky Boys albums. It was pointed out on Facebook this week that the majority of the Jerky Boys albums have been removed from Spotify, except for like the movie soundtrack album and then like one other thing that I think is like a greatest hits or some shit. But the actual albums that everybody wants to listen to, the whole full gimmicks, are removed from Spotify right now. This is a reason that I always stress the importance of physical media or having backups of these type of things on a hard drive at the very least. Because these motherfuckers, at the end of the day, do have control of what they will consider accessible. They will take away the access to art straight up, and that you're going to see that happening more and more. It's already happening with episodes of kids shows. We've talked about this before with us getting into SpongeBob, or me getting into SpongeBob. There's episodes of SpongeBob you can't watch on streaming, so it was really important to me that we watch everything, especially because one of the ones that she said is one of the best ones, the Panty Raid, is not on streaming. So we made sure we got the DVD copies because you can watch them, but it's not, the DVDs aren't even the best way to watch it though, because they're kind of annoying with how they split up the episodes. So I don't know. It's annoying that they do this. South Park is another great example of you can't easily access a lot of, well, Beavis and Butthead for other reasons I think are copyright related.
Yeah. What song was playing when you and Kosuke got shut off?
That was Jonathan Davis.
That's what I thought.
We were doing Kosuke's song Jonathan Davis, which there is a music video for. You can go check on Kosuke's channel. Or is that on? No, that's on Vigo Harris. Go to Vigo Harris TV. You can check that out. But go Kosuke Humble Among Jonathan Davis. One word, I believe, Jonathan Davis, by the way. And you will find that video. Probably if you did it 2 words, you're going to find that shit anyway. Let's see. New music. Let's talk a little new music shit. I did see a song I want to give some love. I'm not going to play it on here because I'll probably get a strike if I played it. But this Tom McDonald diss song called Rap Grifters by a guy named Ebb and Flow.
Hoop hoop.
Let me actually...
Papa gave me the hoop hoop.
I'm going to copy... Can I do this real quick?
Will it let you?
Yeah, I think so. We'll find out. That's the link to it. I just put it in the chat if anybody wants to go see it. That Ebb and Flow, EB ampersand FLOW is the artist name.
It works.
But that's the track Rap Grifters. I think it was a pretty fucking... I only listened to a little bit of it, but he definitely made some points of shit that I always talk about with fuck Tom McDonald shit. Not a fan of Tom McDonald over here. Fuck that playing to fucking idiot fan base type of shit. That is so, I don't know. I go check out that song. It touches on everything that I agree with almost every point made in that damn song. New Smashing Pumpkins single called Beguiled I saw came out while perusing new music stuff. I wanted to give that some love. I need to listen to it. Yeah, I also have not listened to it. What we have listened to though, rock music related, is Slipknot's new album, The End So Far. I do believe we finished that last night, by the way. We listened to that in the car while driving around yesterday. Shouts out to Papa in the chat with the Hoop Hoops.
I already said that.
Sorry. I'm in the zone we're trying to get through this stuff fast because I have a lot of stuff I want to talk about. So fuck, what were we about to say? Slipknot's new album. So Slipknot's new album is getting a lot of shit because there's a lot of fucking singing on it. Which immediately off the bat, the first song, Adderall is, my impression is, it sounds like a goddamn Slipknot Beatles song.
Yeah.
Was my impression. That's
Pink Floydish
as it goes on with some of the harmonizing and background vocals and shit. Weird. Really weird. Not bad necessarily, mind you. I like the Munsters movie. I didn't go too much into this with the Munsters movie either. I don't necessarily hate the Munsters movie. The Munsters movie, I think, is a fan love letter. Rob Zombie clearly wanted to give you a prequel movie that sets up the Munsters series and hopefully get some kids to legit go back and watch the original Munsters show, which is hilarious. If you've never seen the original Munsters show, it's absolutely hilarious. And I think the guy that played Herman did a decent job. Some of the acting's iffy, though, in that shit. Some of the other actors, there's some moments where that shit is just iffy. I don't know. I don't know if it's the editing. There's some weird shit. No spoilers. I won't spoil anything. No, my bad, Scotty Dub. I will not spoil that shit. Don't worry, I will not spoil that shit. But, go see it though. Yeah, don't let bad reviews stop. It's a kids movie, like Emily said. It is a fucking kids movie. Don't go into it thinking you're gonna get a Rob Zombie grisly horror movie. That's not what this is. This is a love letter to a goofy fucking 50s, 60s style horror show. It is what it is. The lighting is horrible though, and some of the acting is a little bit fucking. I like the lighting. I don't know.
It looks like Lost Lands.
It's so garish, and I like those color palettes and stuff. Obviously, it just seems cheap. I don't know.
Yeah, it does seem cheap.
The movie seems cheap in general.
Yeah.
That was why when we looked it up and it said $40 million budget, which Rob Zombie did address, by the way.
Rob Zombie literally was like, I don't know where the fuck y'all thought I could get that money from.
He said all of his movies combined wouldn't have been 40 million, which I don't believe that either, by the way.
Well, I feel like, Halloween.
The Halloween movies had to have been more than 40. I mean, I feel like the Halloween 1 and 2 were probably approaching. Anyway, with marketing, if you throw in marketing into that, definitely. Anyway. So yeah, more Slipknot shit. Let me talk a little bit more because there was another song on there that had Korn vibes.
Yeah.
There was a song on there that was like, this is like them doing a Nine Inch Nails song. And then there was a song later on that at a certain point I'm like, wait, this isn't one Slip. And I realized they're fucking straight up doing the bells and shit that Mushroom Head does. So I don't know what's going on with Slipknot, but there's definitely like some sound alike goddamn shit.
Some of it
going
is
on?
Really corny. Like there's the medicine.
Oh, that medicine line. Oh yeah.
Where he was like,
wait, what is the line that I was like, that's just bad?
I don't remember. Oh, something about the losers.
Oh, when the losers want to win or something. Oh boy, that's so bad. That's just bad writing.
And then like he kept on going, drink me.
Which
I thought was so funny.
Very little screaming, very little growling on this is my big probably I don't dig that. I want more scream. I like that Slipknot when they balance it, it's good, but there's just way too much singing.
It's hard for me to have an opinion, like I said, because I'm just so shook at what I'm listening to is Slipknot. Like I asked him during the first song, I was like, picture them performing this song with their masks on, and you were like, I can't. It just is wrong.
Someone called it quirky. I think we're still talking about the Munsters. Yeah, Munsters is very quirky. That's a good way to put it.
I like it.
We got new people tuning into the chat, by the way. Shouts out to Crazy Hazy.
What's up?
Tuning into the chat. By the way, Pop, I don't know if Jerky Boys got banned or if it's a rights issue that's going on with that. I didn't bring that up. I think it might be a rights thing.
From like the people that they call.
No, from the whatever record company put those things out.
I was gonna say, like, our motherfuckers calling, like, that's my voice, you can't use that shit.
There also might have been a dispute between those two dudes over splits. Because who knows who uploaded that? Maybe one of these motherfuckers uploaded it and never told the other motherfucker, and he's just drawing all the money when he should be giving him his splits. I don't know. Purely speculation. But I just realized I didn't talk about that.
Someone literally said purely speculation.
I do see purely speculation in there. Shouts out to Glockbuster. Whoop whoop. Let's see. Other new music I haven't listened to. Freddie Gibbs has a new album, Soul Sold Separately, which I want to check out. I fuck with Freddie Gibbs heavily. Freddie Gibbs has grown as an artist so interestingly. And it's so fucking great to see his growth. Because he really started as almost a goddamn Tupac clone. If you go back to his early material. And he has grown so fucking fantastically. I can't wait to listen to this new album. New YG album also came out called I Got Issues. I'm going to end up checking that out. And rap related shit. I want to talk about 6ix9ine's Russia trip and all these pro Russia posts he keeps posting.
What?
This motherfucker is, I don't know what's going on with him. He said he would, if he died, he wants his body to be left in Russia. Was the latest thing I saw. Which I'm like, what is up with this Russia puppetry? This motherfucker, is he some sort of, how much money is Russia giving him to be saying some of this shit? And I don't know. Purely speculation on that.
Someone brought up how Slipknot stuff reminds him of Stone Sour.
Were
you the one that made that Facebook
Someone
post
made
yesterday?
that comment on Facebook. We did see that yesterday. I didn't bring that up on here. But I mean, I have to agree.
If you are the person that made that Facebook status, that's
I don't listen to a lot of Stone Sour. You listen to more of it?
Yeah, I like Stone Sour.
Would you agree it sounds like Stone Sour stuff?
That first song, for sure. Yeah, hell yeah.
It's definitely not Slipknot-y. It's definitely not Slipknot-y. Big love and hugs to all the Juggalo fam in the chat, too. Heart, heart, heart.
Big hugs.
Big jug hugs.
Big jugs.
Big jug hugs. Okay. More rap-related news, more mainstream-related rap news. PNB Rock's alleged killer was also arrested since we last broadcasted. Another 17-year-old, coincidentally.
What is wrong with these damn kids?
Similar to the GTA 5 or GTA 6 leak arrest.
Where are your parents at?
The dad was the getaway driver I saw with this case. The dad... Last time I checked, I don't have an update for you with this because I didn't check before the stream. Last time I checked, they were still looking for the dad. I think I had read that they had the mom and the kid in custody. So this is some weird sort of family shooting. Purely speculation. Alleged speculation.
Allegedly, in a past life, my mama used to be my getaway driver. Allegedly. So.
By the way, the girlfriend's post seemingly has nothing to do with it. Allegedly. They were already in the restaurant or outside of the restaurant, one of the two I think I had read, when he had pulled up. And so whatever they did or whatever they were trying to plan happened after they saw PNB Rock pull up. Just sucks. It just sucks. You can't even, I mean, at a certain point, you can't even really go out in public if you have too much money or too much clout. They will try to take your life for some bullshit.
It. That's how motherfucking Juice died, right? Because he didn't
Juice died from overdose.
That's how X died, because he didn't bring security with him.
Yeah, well, X also should have just given his shit up.
Well, yeah. But he didn't fucking have. You need to like walk around.
I think these dudes just. I don't know what happened. This I think was maybe just straight up over clout, because from what I am understanding about this situation, PNB Rock didn't have a lot of like street connections or whatever. Like he wasn't like a big street rapper, not beefing with anybody at least or anything like that. So it's really it's shitty that even when you're not even in that life, you still get sort of brought into that life just by simply existing. People want to tear you down. It really is shitty to see that though. R.I.P. to PNB Rock. Really dope, interesting artist. I definitely had fucked with some of his songs before, and I definitely like his vibes. Damn. It's a fucking shame. But I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Let's see. We're going to get into some other shit, so I'm going to go back to the images and do my Kevin Nash gimmick. So I got 2 Kevin Nashes for you tonight. Hey, Big Kev. Hey, thanks Salt Lake City for coming out and spending some of your precious time with me. So great to see the amount of people that were wearing the NWA logo. As we're always said. Oh, wait, I fucking botched that. As we've always said, it's for life. Fucking love Big Kev, man. It's so great. Here's the other one that's really great.
I have yet to hear what this
by the
man
way, shouts out
actually
to
talks like.
Oh, I should show you sometime.
I've never actually listened to this man's
My
real
impression
voice.
is really not that great, by the way. Trailer Park Cinderella completely owned me. He has a way better impression. I need to get him on here we need to do some sort of wrestling-related stream with Trailer Park sometime and just have, like, a bunch of motherfuckers on here talking some wrestling. I need to do a couple of, like, panel streams with very open-ended topics like that. One for, like, the Wicked shit and get Darby on here. One for wrestling shit and get like Trailer Park and Wakanda on here. I got a bunch of like panel type of streams I would like to do like that. Anyway, but speaking of Darby, Darby is in Florida. Hopefully, the hurricane did not affect him in any way. It looks like it affected Kevin a little bit though. This is the damage on my beach. Wondering if these homes will be salvageable. Worst storm in 26 years. Having a home here. So a little bit more somber, Big Kev. There's not really a lot to make fun of here. But I still wanted to do it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
A lot. A lot is wrong with me. There's a lot wrong with me.
Uh-oh.
Jason, I hope you're doing good. Nice to see you here again.
Say one thing about these what's behind us on the walls.
What is behind us, Jason?
Say one motherfucking thing. I swear to God. I swear to motherfucking God.
Oh, fuck. But for real, I do hope you're okay if you are in Florida. This right here. Children are screaming outside.
They're probably them badass kids that come into my job and drop shit.
Probably. So what you're seeing here is the new sign that is outside of Area 51. Wow, those kids are screaming. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that on the stream? So this replaces the one that that used to threaten death. If you go beyond a certain point. I'll read this to you real quick. If you are considering trespassing on the Nevada Test and Training Range boundary, please consider the following consequences. You will be required to pay a $1,000 fine. You will have your car towed at your expense. You will have your car impounded at your expense. You will be brought to, what is that saying?
You will be brought to Hico, Nevada to be processed. It's a jail.
Okay. Once released, you will be responsible for transportation to your next desired travel location. Now, the old one used to just straight up tell you,
we kill you, motherfuckers.
We can punish you with lethal force, I think is the language they used to use. So they're lightening up on the on the UFO topic is why I'm bringing this up, and some more interesting evidence of that. So this is the new official logo of the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, right?
Oh shit!
You see that there?
Oh shit!
That's a little interesting. This is from Jeremy Corbell's Instagram. Another fascinating
whatever happened
UFO.
To storm Area 51?
They did a festival.
I watched a was it on Vice that they did a little like 30-minute video about that?
Yeah.
And that shit looked goofy as fuck, yo.
Channel 5 when it was called All Gas No Brakes.
All Gas No Brakes, yeah.
Went there. By the way, also now that I brought up Channel 5, go check out Channel 5's fantastic Alex Jones interview. That was absolutely fantastic, and talking about a little bit of conspiracy theory shit.
But that All Gas
Go check
No
that
Brakes.
out. That was so great. Yeah, All Gas No Brakes
Area
episode
50,
of. I think it's straight up the first or second episode ever of All Gas No Brakes, because I think it's NASCAR and then Area 51. But yeah, go check out that All Gas No Brakes content, because even then, even though he rebranded, all that shit I think is still on YouTube and is absolutely great.
Funny.
Absolutely fantastic.
That shit was goofy as fuck.
But you can actually see Scotty Dub in that All Gas No Brakes video. That's the Area 51 storming event. Like that's the actual festival that ended up happening.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like Burning Man because they're out in the desert.
Let's see. Let's get into more of these gimmicks here. Oh, I want to give some love to Grand Buffet, who posted this week. Grand Buffet, one of my favorite rap groups, on hiatus, Pittsburgh rap group, really underground. They used to open for like Sage Francis and shit back in the day. Anyway, they broke their long silence on Facebook and actually posted something, which I don't think this really means anything other than that a fan found their CD in a jukebox in a bar in Austin, Texas.
That's kind of cool.
But I thought it was dope that they actually made a post, and I wanted to talk about it. And want to give any excuse at all to show Grand Buffet love. You can't stream Grand Buffet music on your streaming gimmicks. You can find it on Facebook, not Facebook, on fucking YouTube,
on MySpace.
You won't on MySpace. You actually might be able to find that shit on
facts,
MySpace because they definitely were a MySpace era band. But yeah, really goofy, fun rap music. If you like comedy rap and shit like that, check out Grand Buffet. They are so fucking great. All right, we're going to talk about something rather serious that happened in the Juggalo world Thursday night, or Thursday morning, I guess, after a show Wednesday. Young Wicked, basically Young Wicked and Bones Dub of Axe Murder Boys were both injured in this van wreck while they were going from one venue to the other. From what I'm understanding, a couple of different people were in this van. I think Cody Manson was in this van as well. Everyone's okay other than the two members of Axe Murder Boys. George, the motherfucking owner of Magic Ninja, or at least part owner of Magic Ninja, one of the motherfuckers that run that shit, was driving the van. I think I read on Fago Lovers, was in the van also, though. Everybody is okay other than let me read the details to you. We were in a ruthless accident yesterday. All 9 of us made it out okay, but Bones Dub fractured 3 ribs, and I got a compound fracture of one of my vertebrae. Let me turn off my gimmick there. It could have been way worse, and we are so thankful that everybody is okay. That being said, it kills me to announce that A&B is off tour till we can heal up. We love our fans and family, and we understand a lot of you will be disappointed, but in order to heal these injuries and not risk fucking ourselves up worse, we got to go home. But we've been talking all night about plans to finish the new A&B project, and we can get some new music to our fans in the time we are sidelined. We love you all and appreciate to no end the support you show us. Shout out to our brothers Official Twisted, ABK Warrior, Blaze You Dead Homie, Cody Manson, and the whole crew. Y'all go kill it. We will see you soon. So, thank God they're okay. I do want to say that I've seen reference to, not personally seen it myself, some people saying that that bad things should have happened to them, that they should have met their demise in this accident. If you fucking are saying that on the internet, you're a real fucking dirtbag. Don't fucking say shit like that. That's a really shitty fucking thing to say, regardless of whatever beef may or may not have happened in the past or present or future or whatever.
That is fucking
Don't say shit like that if that's really going on. Once again, I saw a reaction to these kind of posts. I didn't see them myself, but I don't think the reaction post was posted for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
So, don't be a fucking dirtbag and wish death upon someone retroactively. That's really stupid. Thank God they're okay. Positive vibes out to all of those motherfuckers in that van. And thank God that they survived, because that looks rather serious. By the way, here's the Vermont dispensary post that is from Fago Lovers that Spooky did show me originally. I want to show that real quick. Juggalo works at the first ever Vermont dispensary, by the way. His name isn't on here, his actual legal name, but there is a Juggalo who works there. So if you're a Juggalo in Vermont and you want, you're not going to get a hookup or anything, but if you want to go whoop whoop at a motherfucker in a fucking dispensary, this is definitely your opportunity. I want to just show this post on Fago Lovers real quick. Shouts out to Spooky showing me this. All right, now we're getting into a show that's actually happening tonight. If you are in, South Bend, Indiana area, go out to this Ramen Con event. This is going to be a motherfucking Juggalo turnout at this anime convention. I did do a little bit more research to figure out finally what Ramen Con actually is. And it's an anime convention. But Juggalo Takeover up in that bitch. If you are in the area, go out there. They're doing a late night show, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. This is happening tonight, by the way. go show the homies some fucking love. Another show that's going on, I think it's the 9th. So this is about a week and some odd days away. This is in Albuquerque. Yeah, October 9th. Mad Juggalo artists in the fucking place to be. Juggalo night in Albuquerque. Go to this show if you were a Juggalo in the Albuquerque area. This is going to be some dope shit. Death Plus, Das Strife, Darby O'Trill, Acetone. Let's see, who else is on here? Monster. I can't see that one. Comorolith? Sorry, I'm botching your name, homie. Chromolith. And Remy LeBeau. Go to this fucking show. This is some Juggalo shit, some real Juggalo shit. Some homies on this show, some killer artists on this show, I know for a fact. Go to this fucking show if you are in the area. Albuquerque, October 9th. I haven't had a chance to listen to this, but motherfucking Frankie Goldie dropped a single. I've been seeing him making references to Birds Don't Fly. I didn't realize he's an artist. And he's actually going to be dropping music. So I'm really excited to hear this. I think it is actually out. I have not gotten a chance to listen to this, but I did want to show some love to Swamp Society, motherfucking general. Goddamn Swamp Society leader, that's for sure. Frankie Goldie, rest in peace to the Swamp Rats. Definitely he was a big part of the Swamp Rats Instagram show that Darby and Dev and motherfucking Strife and all of them were doing for a while there. RIP to the Swamp Rats. It's now Swamp Society, apparently. I do want to talk about Ouija a little bit here. Ouija's got a bunch of new projects coming out. He is slowly starting to tease. This is the first evidence I saw of it being teased on social media. Me and Golden BSP have been cooking. And he changed his profile picture to the same thing. So many albums on the way. So Ouija's got a lot of stuff coming. He went live to talk about this Wicked Warlords tour. Actually, let's go back and talk about that. Let's talk about Ouija's diet first. So I've been talking about Juggalos bettering themselves, and this is mostly just to piss Stoney off at this point.
Old Smokey
probably annoy him with the vegan shit. Eating flaxseed and fruits for breakfast and working out is dope as shit. This is way cooler than drugs to me because you suffer a little bit and then feel amazing a lot instead of feeling amazing for a little bit and then suffering a lot, which I thought was a really dope sentiment. Just wanted to highlight that real quick. All right, Wicked Warlords Tour 2. Get ready, we're coming. Comment your city and retweet to win tickets. So motherfucking, they're going on tour. Ouija did a live stream that I'm gonna, let's see, I'll bring the gimmick back. Ouija did a live stream this week, breaking down each tour date, each city. And I got some notes on that. Oh, I'm on the phone. Get off the phone.
You got stuff in the chat to read sooner.
Oh, what's going on?
You got Heartbreaker saying, as a person who actually likes Axe Murder Boys, this was hard for me to see. Oh, I guess I was talking about the car accident stuff. And then he said, hey, Humble, I don't know if you have this in your docket, but can you please share my petition? I DM'd it to you.
Oh, I did see that. I did see that Heartbreaker. I will try to spread that out there. I don't even remember. Sorry, my bad. I don't even remember what the petition was for. It was something ICP related. To get them on something, I can't remember what it was for. So send me a reminder again, dude. I'm so fucking in the weeds with this shit. I am not vegan, but I do try to eat healthy. We do go out of our way to try to eat healthy when we can. I do think vegan diet is important.
We like vegan
I've
treats.
definitely flirted with vegan a little bit, but I just financially I just can't do it. Is really what it comes down to. I really can't afford to be fucking vegan because it's quite expensive.
And I get a lot of free food from my job.
It was to get ICP in a video game. Okay, just to remind me again, dude. I will share that shit out. It was a change.org thing, I believe. Anyway, I gotta talk about this Ouija shit. All right, Ouija did a live stream on Facebook talking about the Wicked Warlords tour here, about 20 minutes long. But this also goes into new music that is coming. He played, I think, 3 new songs. One new song called Ripping Out Your Guts, I think was the hook. Don't know what that was for. Then he played another one with Ricky Hill, definitely for the Ricky Hill project coming up. Really teased that heavily that there's a Ricky Hill project coming up. So Golden BSP, Ricky Hill, Triz, these are all possible full projects coming with all of these individuals soon. who knows who else may be having a fucking project with Ouija. He's definitely focusing on a lot of collabo shits right now, though. He broke down every date of the tour, like I said, and he played a third new song, and he called, I think he's referencing the project. This could be the one with Ricky Hill, but Problem Children, I think, is the project that he's going to be calling Ricky Hill. I'm going to go ahead and do a nice speculation on that for y'all here, because the way he talked about the term Problem Children in that stream makes me feel like it definitely is the title of the album or the project itself. Maybe it's the group name, Problem Children. So yeah, look forward for new Ouija Mac music, probably to end the year out, I would imagine, from the way he drops shit. Chunk did a dope freestyle on Twitter and Facebook. I love when Chunk cuts that shit up. I don't have time to play you the whole thing, but go fucking check that shit out. Cheese House did, by the way, clue me in last time, I think, that Ouija dates were going to be dropping. So I want to give some love to Cheese House, who just showed up. Just showed up.
What's up, beesh?
Good fucking timing. I do have that in my notes that Cheese House did put me on game that one of the openers had already leaked a couple of these dates. And I had an early version of the flyer that I think Cheese sent me that I was going to show you on here. But Ouija then ended up dropping all of this shit, thus making some of that info a little irrelevant by that point. But I still wanted to give some love to the motherfucking Cheese. This shit is gone. But I teased it last time, so I wanted to show you guys the actual drop that ended up happening. This shit is gone at this point, I think. Maybe if you're lucky, you can still go and get some at lazyandcrazyclothing.com. But this was that Shaggy 2 Dope drop that I was teasing a little bit last time. Came out looking real fucking dope, real fucking fresh. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about Twisted before we get too deep into this ICP shit. Yeah, we're going to talk about Big Money Hustlers, and then we'll wrap this shit up. I want to talk about Twisted a little bit. I don't talk about Twisted on here on purpose, by the way. Because I like to focus on shit that I'm really interested into, and honestly, I don't listen to a lot of Twisted. Twisted did put out a new album, Songs of Samhain 3, I believe. I have not listened to it. I've not listened to any of the new Twisted rock shit. I think 2 or 3 albums now. I haven't listened to any new Twisted since Eastside Ninjas when they did that Outshine shit, and it put a really bad taste in my mouth. I have gone back and listened to some older Twisted since then, but Outshine really put a bad taste in my mouth. I saw a lot of people really reacting to this merch drop that they did for I think Certified Psycho's tour, or it's on their website or something, where they put Juggalo on the back of very familiar ICP colorways, I guess is the polite way to say it. And a lot of people were really reacting to that and sort of, I guess you could say, trying to pull Twisted's J card, and maybe saying that they don't even have the right to use that word anymore. Which I think is interesting that sentiment has gotten that strong at this point, because they definitely, that's not nothing new, them putting the word Juggalo on their merch or saying Juggalo at the shows and shit. But the sentiment, the backlash of that sentiment has definitely changed a lot. Yeah. And there definitely is a lot more pushback, I would say. But it's also nothing new, them sort of using other ideas or whatever. I definitely feel like the logo colorways are similar to the Wraith, Raining Diamonds hoodie, or not hoodie, jersey. And what was it? There was I think Stoney has one that they are basically, I think it's Stoney's Ringmaster boy. Yeah, I think it's Stoney has one of these motherfucking jerseys that are the Ringmaster hockey jersey colorways. But there is no trademark on the term Juggalo. Yeah. So they can use the word Juggalo. Facts. They can't use the word Dark Lotus. They can use the word Lotus. They can't use Psychopathic Riders, which I guess because Psychopathic's in the term. I don't know who owns the trademark on those things.
Why haven't ICP trademarked Juggalo?
I don't know. I don't know if they can. That's a good question. I wonder.
You totally can. Paris Hilton trademarked That's Hot.
Yeah. I've always speculated, like, why ICP never trademarked Twisted. Because they could have really pulled some Vince McMahon shit and trademarked some of these motherfuckers' names to the point where they couldn't have used that shit. But that's a whole other subject that I've talked about on here.
The trademark for Juggalo expired.
Was there an actual trademark for that shit? That's fascinating. Twisted Nin Juggalo said the trademark for Juggalo expired. I wonder if that's true. So they actually had one at one point. That's fascinating. That's fucking fascinating shit. But anyway, another weird thing that this is basically me focusing on Twisted solely because backlash is so intense now that I feel like I have to report not on Twisted itself, but Twisted backlash. That's what I'm reporting on right now. The other thing that happened that I've seen weird backlash over is Twisted saying they're not going to perform older songs after the Certified Psychos tour. I've actually seen that getting pushed back on, which I don't even know what songs or whatever that they said they're not going to be performing, but I do feel like I had to bring that little bit of Twisted info up. The Certified Psychos tour is going on right now. That was the tour that the Axe Murder Boys crash happened. Was one of the first dates on that tour, I believe. And once again, my sentiment is thank God everybody's okay. I can't believe people are actually out there saying that people should have gotten hurt in this. That's a really, I mean, regardless of what you're fucking, I don't know. I just think that's pretty fucking out of line. Anyway, big announcement made earlier today. They're basically turning Hallowicked into a big fucking event this year because now we have, on Friday, we have the Palcast, October 28th. There's the Palcast gimmick going on. Now they've added this for Saturday. This is a fucking dope event. I mean, the price is a little crazy.
How much is it?
30 each or 50 for both films for just watching a movie.
But they host it, don't they?
I don't know. It does say hosted by ICP in the big splash there.
Yeah, because Lil Ninja earlier in the chat saying he was going to try to go to that.
I think that's really dope, though. I think that's going to be a fun event. Certainly, if you're out there, I would be trying to go to this event because, I mean, a double feature of these two fucking flicks is going to be really fun. If I was out there, I would certainly be trying to go out there. Goddamn. But yeah, they announced this today. Oh yeah, I was continuing my point that they've made this a whole fucking weekend. So this is goddamn Saturday night. The 30th is the Bloody Sunday show where they're doing two shows, a matinee show, which I think tickets are still available for, and they're doing the actual headlining show, and then Hallowicked on Halloween. Tickets available for that as well. So it's a packed ass weekend for Hallowicked this year. Here's the actual announcement. Still planning your Hallowicked weekend adventures? Need something to do on Saturday night? We've got you covered. Big money movie night tickets on sale now. Each movie will start with a live introduction from Oscar Award snubbed Insane Clown Posse. Single and combo tickets available, or packs available now at psychopathicvault.com. Go to Psychopathic Vault for all these tickets for all of these events that we're talking about. All right, we're going to wrap this up real quick. It's 8 o'clock. Let's try not to go much past 8 o'clock, so we're going to try to wrap this up. I want to give a shout out to Obscure ICP Facts. Really great follow on Twitter and talk about this Obscure ICP fact that he posted about, or she posted about this week. In December 2000, Violent J said that Chuck D of Public Enemy is a self-proclaimed juggalo and owns every ICP album. During a 2001 interview with the AV Club, Chuck D confirmed that he is a fan of ICP.
That's dope.
Chuck D shocked the hell out of me. When he came to Detroit 2 years ago, he called us out of nowhere and said, "I'm a giant fan. Can you come down? I want to meet you guys." We couldn't fucking believe it. He had all of our CDs, our videos. He said, "I'm a juggalo, man." That must be Jay talking, I would assume. Here's the interview. You were supposed to open for Insane Clown Posse at one point. Yeah, that would have been a lot of fun. I also read that you were a fan of Insane Clown Posse. Yeah. Already waiting for the shit. What do you like about them? Their humor. I like the fact that their music reminds me of early Beastie Boys. That kind of stupid shit. That's dope. I love that he understands the humor of it all. And finally, I think this is the last thing I have for y'all tonight, and then we're going to wrap up the stream. I think I went through all my notes. Oh, wait, I want to talk about the Palcast real quick. And there is a Hallowicked promo video that they dropped. I haven't even seen that yet. Let's see. I'm going to talk about this real quick, and then I'm going to break down the Palcast return. A couple of quick notes about that. So I saw this posted earlier today, I think on Psychopathic Museum. Shouts out to JT Clark for posting this. This is the Ray Day CD-ROM. Apparently, he went into the files of the CD-ROM, and this is a menu that's available in the CD-ROM, but no video file. This is fucking interesting. So, apparently, there was a shoot interview that they at least planned, maybe never shot, of a shoot interview with Alex Abyss that they were going to put on there, hosted by the Rude Boy. If that shit would have existed, goddamn, that would be so interesting. I would love to see a fucking Alex Abyss shoot interview, especially from that era. That would have been fascinating, especially if he gimmicked up and played like the sleazy motherfucking dirtbag or whatever. Okay. Let's hold on. I'm going to talk about the Palcast and we're going to wrap this up because we're a little bit past 8 now. Get back in here a little bit. So Palcast returned this Tuesday. And this was a fucking great episode of the Palcast. She has not seen this. I'm kind of describing this to you.
It?
I watched it at work. We might have to watch it again because you're gonna get a kick out of this.
You're fucking grounded,
so,
sir.
We've missed a whole bunch of episodes. So if we really want, we can marathon the ones we did miss. So they did a bet on this new episode of Palcast where for $500, I guess in the last episode, someone offered Shaggy $500 if he could do the whole Palcast. I think it was the gimmick. Not say two things.
Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm saying was one of them. You know what the other one was? Because this one was like, oh yeah, once it was told to me. Referring to something as a boy.
Oh my god.
So like that comic book box boy over there.
Yeah, facts.
Doing that.
Oh my god, that's
so
hilarious.
Here's something, you want to know something fresh?
Yeah.
Didn't get 5 minutes. They didn't get 5 minutes. They didn't get 5 minutes into the motherfucking stream, and he broke it. And so he kept getting offers from people in the chat of like, I'll give you 100 if you do the rest of the stream and don't do it. And immediately break it again. Either a boy or know what I'm saying. It's so fucking great. Highly recommend the Return to Tuesday Palcast. I think it's called the $500 bet or something like that.
Definitely have to watch that.
I think I have it in my notes. It was 3 minutes into the actual start, after the music stopped playing and the start of the show happened. 3 minutes and he fucked it up. Let's see. They said their Twitch streaming is on hold. I have here in my notes a Shaggy solo Twitch is coming and a Shaggy solo YouTube is coming, maybe more in the vein of the original Shaggy show, he said. That I think is very notable. Hopefully he follows through with that.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder what's going on with the state of ICP streaming stuff that Shaggy wants to do more solo shit YouTube-wise. They also mentioned that they're going to focus a lot more energy on vlogs going forward. That's one of the reasons they wanted to put the Twitch stuff on hold. Sort of reevaluate what they're doing with their Twitch. Let's see. Oh, I also want to talk about new music drops. Shaggy the Airhead has produced a beat for a new segment called Photo Boy Shaggy. And apparently Devereaux has produced a new theme for the waiting music that they do on the motherfucking Palcast. But yeah, that's about all I had for the notes for that episode of the Palcast. Really good return to form. Yeah. Without further ado, I think that's the end of Humble Among Broadcast System. A rather rushed one. I apologize for rushing a bit at the end, but I wanted to get all the stuff out that I wanted to talk about. I never even talked about the notes I had from Mikey Clark from a few weeks back. I need to actually maybe do a whole video about that. That's a whole subject I think I can focus on in a single video. And basically talk about I think Mikey Clark is back. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Whoop whoop. Make sure you hit that like gimmick, the subscribe gimmick, all the gimmicks.
Ring the bell.
Ring the fucking bell so you get you get notified when we go live. We're gonna go watch some fucking horror movies and chill out for the night and relax a little bit. Halloween Tape, Volume 5, is coming out October 14th. The Revenge of Kandy Offman. Music video is coming out the same day, directed by Dot Strife. The Wicked Shit is Dead, produced by Devereaux. We're going to Canada, October and November. I didn't even tell y'all. I started fucking editing the Gathering doc too. Officially, we are cutting the Gathering doc.
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna have to make a lot of cuts. 8 hours of footage. If I was to, I can't even release this unedited. What I might do is I might release, for the membership tiers, I might release some walking around footage because I'm going to have to cut up my walking around footage. And I know some of y'all love that walking around footage. So I don't want to sacrifice too much of it. So once again, if you're not a member of the Alienated, it's only $2.99. You can become a member of the Alienated, and you get all kinds of extra fresh content. I'm going to be dropping probably a lot of stuff behind the membership wall for gathering related footage, just so I get it all out there, because I don't want to waste any of that footage, because all of it is magic to me. But I want to very specifically focus it on coincidences and have fun with the editing a little bit. I want to do a little bit more cutting, I think, this year. So I've started that process. It's going to be a little bit more of a lean machine. It's still going to be long, because I have 8 hours of fucking footage to cut from. So it's still going to be long, but it's going to be edited a little differently. Anyway, I think that's everything we wanted to talk about for Humble Among Broadcast System 54. Rest in peace, Coolio. Rest in peace, Antonio Inoki. I love y'all. Whoop, whoop. Have a good one. Whenever you check your DMs, I got something cool I just texted you. Facts. Okay. I will check my DMs, Heartbreaker. Go give Heartbreakers change.org to get ICP in a video game a signature.
Sign that shit.
I love y'all. Whoop, whoop.
Love y'all.
Drop it in the comments, Heartbreaker. If it lets you drop the link to the change.org, drop it in the comments so people can go to the comments and find that shit. Whoop, whoop. I love y'all. Have a good evening. We're going to go watch some horror movies. I think Trick or Treat, or what was the other one I was saying we were going to watch tonight?
I don't remember.
Smile. I don't remember. Maybe The House That Jack Built.
I want to watch that.
That's a really fucked up movie, by the way, if you've never seen The House That Jack Built. Grisly, fucked up movie about a serial killer. Anyway, shouts out to Laws Von Trier. Love that motherfucker. Really fucked up filmmaker. Have a good evening. She's making a face. Have a good evening. Whoop, whoop.
Bye.
Bye.